Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining. My name is Carley Salmon. I work with Microsoft Federal in the defense space. I'm a compliance technical specialist, so my breadth is typically within compliance and Microsoft purview, but today I'm going to talk to you about protecting everything with Azure in our ever-growing hybrid and multi-cloud environments. Maybe, there we go. So as I said, most companies are, as you're growing or as you're evolving and modernizing, you have these hybrid and multi-cloud environments with on-premises, in the cloud, information of things, operational technology, edge devices. And so how do we try and bring that all together and being able to protect it all and get a bit streamlined visibility into everything is really the toughest challenge today. And there are benefits to having a hybrid environment, whether it's legacy, again, those operational technologies that you might need for business reasons that can't modernize at the same pace as the rest of the business, or it just makes sense to have multiple clouds as well as your on-premises devices. And you also have your developers using different tools and applications for development across the business, like open source or Kubernetes. And so there are those benefits, but then there's also the concerns. How do we govern it? How do we make sure we're following regulations? How are we keeping eyes on everything? And so what we do within Azure is be able to bring in visibility into those devices using the Azure platform. And so we have this multi-cloud hybrid support where you can basically just enable using Azure Arc and using our multi-cloud security benchmarks for compliance, which are grounded in NIST and other regulatory compliances. And all of this gives you an overview of everything, both your Azure and non-Azure devices. And it's, like I said, it's all built within Azure. So it's just enabling it, not necessarily needing to deploy it. And within those Azure capabilities, you're getting the Microsoft breadth of security, because at our core, security is our business. So we are using our internal intelligence and spreading that out to all of our companies that we are working with. And so again, like I said, how we do this is using Azure Arc to pull in those non-Azure devices. And so registering them and being able to see a single pane of glass and looking at everything and being able to see the posture of those devices as well as your Azure devices, and being able to push different security features or updates to policy through this one resource and control pane, touching both Azure and non-Azure devices. So again, it gives you that flexibility as you're modernizing, as you're wanting to build different applications or maintaining that on-premises piece, or as you're going into more complex and your more complex environments. And everything is cloud native within Azure, and it just gives you, it's a familiarity, gives you everything as far as seeing the recommendations for fixing a security finding or alert. And it's going to give you those alerts for those non-Azure devices as well, because it's monitoring those pieces as well as the Azure pieces. And one way that we can see this dashboard or see this single pane of glass is using Defender for Cloud, which is using Azure Arc to manage all of those pieces. And it enables you visibility, operations, and compliance within all of those devices or platforms to easily organize, govern, and secure Windows, Linux, SQL servers, things on the edge. We can even pull in Amazon AWS, working towards getting Google Cloud, as well as being able to be pulled in there through Azure Arc, so that you, again, have that visibility into the security without having to go to multiple dashboards or multiple tools. You can do it all within one. And, oops, wrong button. Again, some more features within Microsoft Defender for Cloud, giving you that visibility. You can build new cloud infrastructure within your Azure data stack and being able to then see into that using Microsoft Defender for Cloud. And it's a cloud security posture management tool, as well as a workload protection platform. So again, you're being able to see your on-premises and your multi-cloud, and it fills vital needs for you as you manage the security of all these resources. It provides you recommendations that within a few clicks, you can remediate those within Defender for Cloud, and it touches that non-Azure device or non-Azure registered feature. It provides you the alerts again in real time, and Microsoft Defender for Cloud gives you that real-time security posture of your entire environment from non-Azure to Azure and non-Azure. And like I said, giving you that bird's eye view with using Secure Score and helping you strengthen your overall security posture, and it can protect the workloads across multi-cloud and hybrid environments for evolving threats, integrating with a range of products to enable seamless response and automation within your SecOps teams. Defender for Cloud continuously assesses the security state of your cloud resources across virtual machines, your networks, your apps, and your data services. And its multi-cloud capabilities help you visualize your security state and quickly get insight into your configured security controls. And it uses that Azure Arc support to give you that visibility across your non-Azure pieces. And so you now have this unified multi-cloud security posture view within Defender for Cloud. And like I said before, all of Azure is based on, or how to secure your Azure is in multi-cloud security benchmarks. And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about compliance, because that's my game. And so, like I said, it's grounded in NIST and other regulations as you are implementing and enabling different features within Azure. And so, like I said, it gives you those remediations upfront of what you need to do to maintain that regulatory compliance. And it also pulls in Microsoft Purview data to give you that snapshot for, like, so if you're not familiar with Microsoft Purview, Microsoft Purview is our compliance suite of tools. And one of the things that it does is sensitivity labeling. And so within Defender for Cloud, you can actually prioritize your security implementations based on the sensitivity of the data on those different machines. And within Defender for Cloud, you can also get a snapshot of what machines have sensitive data and how many you have, how much sensitive data is on certain machines. So you can then build upon your security of your network using that information. And so again, with Defender for Cloud, it's feeding that information, giving you that snapshot so that you can respond, and you can also automate your responses to remediation. So if it starts to see trends, you can have the same fix being applied to the same alert, rather than having that person, again, that human error, that human element that we were talking about earlier, putting in those fixes, potentially putting in a different fix for the same alert. So you're having consistency and security across the board. And all of this information feeds into Microsoft Sentinel, which is our cloud native SIEM solution. And Microsoft Sentinel gives you that over time, so Defender for Cloud gives you your time now what security posture looks like. And then Sentinel is going to give you your over time. So you can see those trends and you can remediate based on trends or, adjust policy and implementations. And it gives you a more holistic view. And again, with that Azure Arc, it is pulling in that information from those non-Azure devices and products as well and tools, and giving you alerts and that holistic security picture of both Azure and non-Azure. Again, a single pane of glass streamlining security across any hybrid and multi-cloud environment. And so that's really all I have. So again, as we are growing, all these capabilities are with our Azure capabilities. So they're available in Azure Commercial, Azure for Gov, Azure Secret, Azure Top Secret, and you can learn more about the hybrid capabilities and how we are pulling in more data connectors at the link on the screen.